Ideally, everybody missed the question that I accidentally had up. That's what I'm hoping for. Hello, everybody. It is Tuesday. It feels like a Monday because Monday was a Sunday. Sunday was a Saturday. Friday was a Saturday as well. I don't know. Everything was all messed up because we had Monday off for labor, which I guess you're supposed to work, which is weird. You had the day off of work to celebrate work. I'm not sure how that works. Emily is first, second, and third. She gets 100 points. That's how that works. I don't know. And it looks like Melissa is second. I think we're still waiting on a third, perhaps. So yeah, we went camping. It was lovely. You may have joined us on Sunday night when we had a fire and the sound was less than ideal. Have to work on that. We'll have to figure that out exactly. Because we may do it again. We never know. We'll see. So Patrick is third. So we have what is it? Today would be a Trending Tuesday. And here's the thing. Today is going to be the last of the Trending Tuesdays. That's something else. We went and kind of put a post up in Another Wasted group, which we keep telling people about. But since the every other day is not as popular as one might hope, we are going to break it down to once a week. We think that might be easier for people to remember. A little bit more of an event for everybody to come be a part of. And so, yeah, so we are going to set it up that way. And we have a open discussion, a thread up there for people to talk about kind of what days they might prefer and what times, because we're thinking about doing basically a 2-hour trivia show once a week. Yes, Caitlin.
If you change the time of the show, you have to change your little introduction animation because it says 7 p.m.
That's true. I would have to do that.
And you have to change this screen here.
I would, yes. There are things I would need to do. I also have this thing every night, which is not true.
I'm a test engineer.
Yeah, you didn't catch that. It's been that way. It's been that wrong for 2 weeks. 3 weeks. 3 weeks. Live trivia every night. That's what it's been saying. Not the best test engineer, I have to be honest.
Do all right.
Hello, Smiles. Welcome. Trey is here as well. So yeah, join the conversation. Another Wasted group. We are going to have an open discussion about what days are best for everybody. Some of them not great for us, but yeah. Great question, Emily. From what I've gotten in responses, it seems like not having it change days is harder for people to tell other people about. That seems to be the thing. So I think it's going to stay maybe just one particular day a week. That would be what it is. So instead of like, it would be Monday the first week and Tuesday the second week. Like, that seems very complicated. So I think we're just going to do the one day, let's say Thursdays. Thursdays every week, 2-hour show, 21 questions. Things that won't carry over. We will have matchups, we think. That seems to work well. So we're going to do that. We're going to get rid of the trending like we're doing tonight. So this is going to be the last of the trending because really hard to actually score and stuff like that. So the math is really tricky. So I think we're going to hold off on the trending. We will have a Wager Wednesday, which is going to be our last question. The 21st question is going to end up being kind of like a Final Jeopardy kind of concept, right? So you'll be able to bet all of the points that you've made up for the rest of the show on a final question, and that may win or lose it for you. So that's how we'll do that. Thursday, depending on the week, we will have a theme for probably like 10 of the questions, so half the questions. Right? We're not committing to it every week because it's a lot of work as well. But Caitlin does seem to like them quite a bit. That is my understanding. And then, let's see, what is it? Free for All Friday. We'll have the meetup and everybody can join us. So it'll be kind of a 2-hour happy hour that people can join us for. And let's see. Saturday was what?
Submission.
We won't do the submission Saturdays. We won't have people bringing questions to it because I think that would be too much to try and handle. But we'll probably set it up so people can do the psychic things just on every question if people want to, because those are pretty silly and fun. So yeah, those are I think that's the way it's going to go down. But we are not sure what days it's going to be of the week, what day of the week, and we're not sure the times. It'll probably be very similar in time to where it is now. That would be the guess. But we are going to add an hour. So do we add an hour to the beginning? Do we add an hour to the end? Do we add an hour in the middle? That's all options, right? Add a half hour at the beginning, half hour at the end, something like that. So we're going to discuss those things in Another Wasted Group. Go check that out. If you're not aware of that, that's up on Facebook. Go to Another Wasted Hour on Facebook. Like us, do follow us, do those things. And then we have if you scroll down, you'll find a group that's associated with it called Another Wasted Group. And that's where we're having that discussion. And we'd love your input. Things that we probably would push back on some, it seems like. Caitlin would never be here on Wednesdays. That seems unfortunate. However, if you really don't like Caitlin, you might want to vote for Wednesdays. Saturdays seems like we might be doing things on Saturday. Yeah. So that seems like it might be kind of tough. So they'll probably push back on those. We know Caitlin might miss a Tuesday or a Monday from time to time. I think so those are things that could potentially go into it. Thursdays, maybe Fridays, but then Fridays there might be other events that other people want to go to. You talk about it and we'll listen. And then do we want to start at 6 and go to 8? Do we want to start at 7 and go to 9, or 6:30 and go to 8:30? Those types of things. How many people do we have hanging out with us?
7.
7 people are here. So we're getting close. We're getting close to the number that we need in order to actually take off and get started on this. Let's see. So talking about the land, we did a bunch of things. We gathered a bunch of firewood. We burned a lot of firewood, but we ended up, I think, with a net gain.
I think so.
Yeah, we have more firewood in the we now have 2 wood sheds. We had 1 shed before. The 1 shed had a bunch of wood in it. We used a bunch of that, but then we filled a 2nd shed with wood. So I think we have substantially more wood now that's going to be in the sheds, kind of aging and getting dry and stuff like that. So that's good. We started doing some basic maintenance to the ATV and then found that it needed more maintenance. So we did change the oil. That was great. But then we found that there was gear oil on the back brakes, which explains why the back brakes weren't very good. So we're going to fix that seal and add new gear oil to the rear differential. We checked the coolant. That looked good. We checked the brakes. It seemed good. Although the front brakes, we couldn't get into the little reservoir thing. So we'll check those next time. What else did we do? Oh, air filter.
Oh, yeah.
Remember the air filter? So they have reusable air filters where you take a filter out and you put it in solvent and stuff to get all the junk out of it. And then you rub some oil on it and you put it back in and it'll go catch all the debris again. Except that in the air box, which is the thing that holds the air filter, a mouse had decided was its home. And then it chewed up the air filter in order to help make its home. So that
it brought a whole bunch of paper towel stuff in there.
Remnants.
So there's tiny, tiny bits and lots of mouse feces.
Yeah. It was probably not good for an engine. That's my guess.
Honestly, we cleared that out and dumped all the little white bits of paper on the ground. I'm looking at that white bit of paper pile. I was like, how the fuck did that all fit in there?
Right. It's really packed in there. It's packed in there good. What are the things? Oh, reorganize the whole garage. I should have taken a picture of it, perhaps.
Yeah.
Looks super nice now. We've got a garage tent thing that you'd get from home.
Costco.
Oh, yeah, from Costco. Great thing, by the way. It's $250. It's been standing there for 2 years now. No problems. It's fantastic. Nothing's broken down.
They have 2 versions, apparently. We got the all-weather version.
Oh.
It's the only version they had at the time.
I didn't know that there was a not all-weather version.
Oh.
What's the not all-weather version?
It's not meant for snow load.
Well, this was great. It's been very solid. The only downside to it is it doesn't have a floor. But for a garage, it's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would basically be a house.
Basically.
It would just be a
tiny house.
Yeah, be a tiny house. And so that was pretty great. Peter brought a tiny motorcycle.
Mini bike.
There were fat men riding on tiny motorcycles.
It's cute.
Pretty hilarious. I found out that you can buy a mountain bike for less than $100 if you're not too picky about quality. Yeah. Went to Walmart and I was like, what? All right.
I got a Huffy.
Let's do
He
that.
bought me a purple Huffy.
Yeah.
And now he wants me to learn how to ride a bicycle.
She already knew how to ride a bicycle and then she forgot how to ride a bicycle, which I know a lot of you are going to think, wait, no, that's not a thing. But apparently it's a thing. So we're to have to make her relearn how to ride a bicycle, right? I mean, that seems like a valuable thing to know. You can probably buy anything for under $100 if you're not picky about quality. I don't know. I feel like even a really crappy car would be more than $100. I've seen $500 cars, but one that you can actually like run and like it will actually move and stuff. That would be difficult. Definitely not houses for $100. Can't do that.
Unless you count a tent as a house.
Yeah, you can get a small tent if you count that as a house. I don't know that you could get land. Well, yeah, I said I'm not picky about quality, but I don't know that it's really considered a car if it doesn't car. Like,
yeah, it has to car.
It has to be able to car. The bikes run, run, drive. You can do all the things with them like they're regular bikes. Even the tires are fully inflated. In fact, they're new. That's I think the amazing part. I don't know other things that you could get for under $100 if they're working. That would be the other thing. I do know people that have gotten stoves pretty cheap.
Do you think you get a fridge for $100?
I bet you could. I mean, didn't we get a free freezer?
We did.
And it's working. So I don't see why you couldn't do that. Let's see. I wonder if you could build a car from cheap stuff from a scrapyard. I don't think for under $100. You definitely could, and it would definitely be inexpensive.
You could probably do the whole outside, but it would be the engine bit that would cost you more.
Yeah. I mean, they do it if you go and watch like Roadkill. There's a show called Roadkill. They make some pretty ugly cars, and but yeah, you could probably get a pretty reliable running and driving car for like $2,000. Yeah. It wouldn't be like good looking or anything like that, but for $2,000 you could get something that like you wouldn't have to worry too much about it like blowing up on you. For like $1,000 you can get something that like might blow up on you. If you don't want it to actually go anywhere, then yes, $100 you could do that. Micro fridge on the sidewalk this past spring, and it is not turned into a portal from hell. That's good.
Power Wheels are not less than $100.
Not new. Yeah, no. Not new. Shaggy says people throw out useful stuff all the time. That is true. I've gotten a bunch of wood for free. Just watching Craigslist and stuff, and we have a whole pile of it. In fact, when we organized the garage, which has a bunch of the wood in it, I was kind of surprised how much building materials have accumulated. It's pretty cool.
We have 8 people.
Free Cycle is where I used to live when I first bought a house. Yeah, that's great. Better off building a motorcycle. Motorcycle you could probably do cheaper. That is, they're more simple, I would think. Buy Nothing Group on Facebook. Yeah, I saw. I joined it, and it's super weird because first of all, I don't need any of the things they're giving away, but that might change. But they keep like splitting it. So it used to be Reston, which seemed like, well, that's a really good group. Like there's a decent amount of people in Reston, so they might have something that I need. And then they were like, it's going to be half of Reston. And I was like, oh, okay. And now we're breaking up into like 6 groups in Reston. I'm like, I already know 100 people in Reston. Like,
now
I don't
you
need...
have to go through 6 groups just to figure out things that are within 10 minutes of your house.
No, you're not allowed to be in more than one group.
Oh.
So the new network is just 1/6 of Reston. That's all you can be. So you have to be in a group in 1/6 of the people in Reston who you're now gambling have something you might want at some point in
Reston
time.
is not big enough to be divided into sixths.
It does seem weird. But that's apparently the way it's supposed to work. Is it's supposed to be very like get to know your neighbors types of things and stuff like that. But I was like, cool, like that just seems like I'm unlikely to ever hit anything. It's going to just be like baby stuff. And I'm like, I don't need any baby stuff. Did you say we have people? What?
We have 8 people.
8 people. All right, that's great. Seen a ton of videos where people electrify a bicycle. That's really great because then somebody won't steal your bicycle. Is that not what that means?
That's not what that means.
Oh, gotcha. Wheel of Shots. Sure, on a Tuesday. I like your style. Let's do some shots. Let's see if, even though we haven't started the show officially,
and we won't,
if you should do some shots. That's on the line again. How did that happen? That's a yes. You should definitely do some shots.
Steve just
shots.
got here, and Steve's a bartender, so
Yeah.
you should definitely do some shots.
Welcome, Steam. So Steam is number 9. It is 17 after. Unfortunately, we did not hit our numbers today. We needed 10 by 7:10. We gave it extra time.
Let's do share points.
Let's do the share points and find out what people get for points. We have to announce who the winner is, by the way.
I know.
That's the other bit. Don't forget that.
I wasn't going to.
I have a feeling you weren't. I just want to let the other people know that they shouldn't leave right away because of that. All right, so I have to view as a visitor. 2 shares. Emily and Shaggy both get a point here. Thank you both for participating and being, I don't know what that would be, being gracious with your friends. All right. Emily, Shaggy both get double points. Trey and Patrick both get a point, as do Nico and Danny. So yeah, what we have found is that the shifting of the days through the weeks and things like that is not working out so well. We've definitely had more cancellations than we've ever had, I think, in terms of percentage. More cancellations. Not more cancellations than shows we've done, but definitely more cancellations than when we were doing it every night, I think. Yeah. So not a good model. So we're going to move to once a week. Again, go hang out with us on Another Wasted Group on Facebook. Let us know what a good day of the week is for you. What time would be a good time for you. And let's try and see if we can accommodate as many people as possible. All right. So who's our winner of the night?
The winner of the night is Emily.
Emily! Congratulations.
Emily got 3 first points and 2 share points.
What? Look at that. Killing it. 5 points overall. Congratulations, Emily. You can type out an acceptance speech there in the chat and let us know what color you would like the studio to be on Thursday. Yeah. And then let's see. That's going to be our penultimate show of the every other day shows, I think. Because then we have Saturday, and then we're just going to do once a week. 2 hours long, once a week. We'll have 21 questions, and then the winner at the end is the winner.
Yes.
Yep. All right, so who's the winner for last week?
The winner for last week
Yes.
is Danny.
Danny! Congratulations, Danny. So Craig, I believe, is going to be sending Danny a prize
Correct.
of whatever his picking is.
Undetermined origin.
So, Danny, if you'd like to, reach out to Craig and give Craig your address, and we'll send you over the winners. What do we call it?
Survey?
The winners survey, and we'll share the answers with Craig so that I don't know, maybe it'll help him. Maybe it won't at all. You never know. All right, so don't forget, follow, subscribe, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, all of those. Turn on your notifications, because when we go once a week, you'll probably need to know when we're going live, and the time might be different, so you'll definitely want to be on time for it. And don't forget, if things change, we will mention that up on our social media. So follow us on A Wasted Hour on Twitter, on Facebook and Instagram. It's Another Wasted Hour. Another Wasted Group is where we're going to talk about these changes, so come be a part of that. Also, don't forget that this is all based off of a podcast that, you know what, it's very interesting. Over the last couple of weeks, we had a huge number of downloads all of a sudden. Yeah, like on several days we had like hundreds, we had like 150 and 250 and things like that. I don't know who all is doing all these downloads, but thank you. That is very awesome. Spread the word about that. We appreciate it. Definitely, if you enjoy it, subscribe, give us a review and some stars if the platform allows for it. You can go up to anywhere you can get podcasts: Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. You can even find episodes up on YouTube, on Facebook, if you scroll back on Another Wasted Hour. And you can go to listen.anotherwastedhour.com and just go check it out on our website. There's so many ways to do it. So go check those out. Let's see. Thanks. That's some good news on Not Such a Great Night. I found out my step-grandmother died last night. Grandpa died last night from colon cancer. So long 2020. Yeah, it is. That's terrible, Danny. That's difficult. He was 90 something. At least good long life, but still, it's always hard when somebody dies. So, I'm sorry that you've had to go through that. All right. So, that's it. Oh, you do have an acceptance speech if you'd like to read it.
I really love you guys. All of you. Thank you for being here.
There you are. So that's to all of you. Periwinkle will be the color on Thursday. And that's all I've got. So until 7 o'clock on Thursday, everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and take the precautions needed in which to do that. And shout out to all the people who've been essential workers through all of this. We appreciate you. That's all. So what's the final word of the night?
Equitation.
Equitation. I don't know equitation, I'll be honest.
It's
something equal?
Like
something...
the sport of equestrian.
Oh.
Equitation.
God, we should have done that on Sunday. We could have been on horses doing trivia on the land.
Yeah.
That would have been way cooler. We don't have horses, so we won't be doing any equitation on Thursday. But that could be the theme. Oh, maybe it's a hint. Write it down. All right, till 7 o'clock on Thursday. Everybody have a great night. We will see you then.